Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the NECA Alien Ash action figure. This guy is part of NECA's 40th anniversary Alien collection from the 1979 film. This guy is part of the third assortment of figures, and this wave is a Walmart exclusive wave, but you can also get it at NECA's eBay and Amazon store. That's where I got mine. If you want to get these guys, they're in stock at Walmart.com right now with free shipping. The only catch is you have to buy the set of all three. You can't get them individually. This figure here represents the likeness of Ian Holm, who played Ash. Rest in peace. So let's check out the packaging here. As you can see, warning, there's an alien. This is Ash from NECA. He comes with a bunch of different accessories, most notably his alternate severed head. At the top, Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. One side, got Ash posed up there. At the other side, simply says Alien 40th Anniversary Collection. At the bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody, as well as a bunch of credits. And then on the back, you can see Ash with a severed head. We've got a description of the film, and then 8 other characters from the first 3 assortment of Aliens 40th Anniversary Collection. Now there is a Series 4 that has been confirmed, and that includes a re-release of Lambert, Ripley in their compression suits, as well as a slightly different Big Chap. And that leads me with a glimmer of hope that we might get a Series 5, hopefully including Dallas, Lambert, and Kane in their Nostromo jumpsuits. Fingers crossed, that would complete the collection for me. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all of his accessories laid out. He does come with 3 alternate hands, totaling 5 interchangeable hands. He's got his severed head. He comes with a glass of milk. He has 4 different devices. I couldn't tell you what they're called, but I can definitely tell you which part of the film they were in. And then he has the rolled up magazine he tried to suffocate Ripley with. But before we look at the accessories, let's check out the actual figure. So it's been a long time coming. Ash here looks great, just like Ian Holm. They knocked that head sculpt out of the park. Looks phenomenal. Going further down, he's got his Nostromo sort of jumpsuit. It looks nice, got the pockets, wrinkles, detail all over it. It's in that light blue color with some red highlights. Logo on his shoulder here. He's got his undershirt there. Looking like double jointed elbows, single jointed knees, same knee pads that Brent and Parker have. Some white tennis shoes. But I'll tell you, they really killed it with this guy's face. Very nice job, NECA. This is going to be the 4th of the Nostromo crew in their regular outfits, and I'm really hoping they complete all 7. Now I was a little bit disappointed you had to get these as a full set. I personally wanted to get 3 Ash figures. He's an android made from Weyland-Yutani, and it makes sense to have more than one. A little funny trivia. In the film Aliens, they refer to him as a Hyperdyne Systems 120A2 android. And it's kind of humorous, as James Cameron directed Aliens, and the Hyperdyne Systems is a Terminator reference. And then, here he is, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with his hands. Here he is, with his first 2 hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with a pretty big grip, and his left hand is also a gripping hand, but it's semi-open. And here's his next right hand. He has a total of 3 right hands and 2 left hands. This right hand is almost exactly the same as the other one. It's a gripping hand with a pretty large grip. They are not exactly the same, but I don't really understand why we got 2 hands so similar. They can both hold a rolled up newspaper, and they both are too small for his cup, but you can shove it in there if you want to. And then, here's his last set of hands. These are also some gripping hands, but they have a much smaller grip. The right hand is going to be able to hopefully hold the smaller accessories, and the left hand some medium accessories. So this device here is some kind of a cutting tool. This was used in the iconic scene in the film where they tried to cut the facehugger off and the acid dripped from deck to deck to deck. This thing is mostly white, a little bit of sculpting detail where you hold it. It's got some green where the laser that would cut comes out, and then on the bottom, a little bit of silver. Here he is, holding the cutting tool, and then here, trying to cut the facehugger off Kane. This next device is some sort of a light. It was held by both Ash and Dallas in the scene where they found the dead facehugger. This is where they would hold it, and here's the light on the other end. Here he is, holding the light. Here he is, poking the light into a dead facehugger, just like in the film. And these next couple devices were used when Ash was investigating the dead facehugger. This silver item here was used to sort of move stuff out of the way. And then he's got this item here. Kind of resembles a pen. He was poking and prodding at the facehugger with this. Here he is holding those devices, almost like he's holding some silverware. Here's his workstation, where he's researching the dead facehugger. And here he is, poking and prodding and researching the dead facehugger. Here's his glass of milk. It's a cup, half filled with milk. He used that in a scene where he was looking through the microscope and he had a cup. He ended up drinking some milk out of it. It's kind of ironic, as his blood is made of a milky white substance. And here he is, holding the glass of milk. It's a little bit too big for his gripping hand, even his largest grip. You can shove it in there, and once it's in, it's going to stay in. Now let's look at the rolled up magazine. He tried to use this to suffocate Ripley. No detail in here, just a rolled up magazine. Now, some interesting things. In the film, this is actually a pornographic magazine. He rolled it up, and he very confusingly tried to choke Ripley with that, sort of put it on top of her mouth. It didn't really make a lot of sense. You can attribute that to perhaps him malfunctioning at that point. I read an interview with Ridley Scott where he mentioned Ash had no genitalia, and he was sexually frustrated and tried to use the pornographic magazine to choke her that way. I've also read that he was trying to mimic the way the facehugger impregnates somebody by shoving something down your throat. Either way, it's a very odd and confusing scene. You'd think he'd be a strong android, he could just snap her neck. Perhaps he's malfunctioning, perhaps there's more to it. It's open to a lot of interpretation. And here he is, holding the rolled up magazine. And here he is, choking Ripley with the rolled up magazine. And then you've got Parker trying to pull Ash away, but he's far too strong. And Parker hits Ash in the back with a blunt object, causing Ash to go even further out of control, spinning around and spitting up some milky white substance. And Parker keeps beating Ash until he knocks his head clear off, leading us into the next accessory. Now let's take a look at his severed head. Very nice likeness. It looks gruesome. It's got that milky white stuff all over him. At the bottom, you can see his flesh spread out, and then you can see all the sort of innards and working parts of the android. And even after Ash's head has been knocked off, dangling there by a thread, he continues to fight against Parker, and Parker just beats him endlessly till he wins. And even after Ash appears to be defeated, he gets back up and attacks Parker again. As Parker is screaming, "Get this thing off me!" Lambert here takes the cattle prod and zaps Ash. They end up turning him back on and get to hear him tell them that they have no chance for survival. And then Parker here ends up flamethrowing Ash's remains. And this is definitely not the first time NECA's given us a severed android head. Here's the severed David head from Prometheus, next to the severed Ash head from Alien. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, sitting at about 6.5 inches tall, which can translate to about 16.5 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, it's on a ball joint. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. You can look up and down about that far. Very nice range of motion. I mean, look at how much you can do with his head. I like it. Shoulders also on a ball joint, doing about 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. Now his elbows here, and you can see I've got some paint rubbing and scratching, which is pretty disappointing. Double jointed elbows. They can rotate at the top. The top can go in about that far. The bottom goes in about that far. And the bottom can rotate as well. Then his wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged. He does have some articulation under his soft goods torso, but it's pretty much useless. It's just going to bounce back. I mean, he can go forward and back, but it's not going to hold any of that, so it's almost pointless. I'm not sure why they'd even include that. Legs on ball joints, they can completely do the splits, and they can swivel independently of the ball. Legs go forward about that far and back, pretty much not at all. Single jointed knees, about a 90-degree bend. There's rotation as well. Then his ankles here, they can go forward and back about that far, and they can tilt and rock all the way around. This guy was very tight. He definitely benefited from a hot water bath. His elbows and ankles could not move properly until I heated him up. Now let's check him out, compared with some other action figures. Here he is with the rest of the third assortment of Alien 40th Anniversary figures. We've got Kane, Ash, and the Big Chap. And here he is with the second assortment. Here's Parker, Brett, and the Bloody Big Chap. And here he is with the first assortment. This is a Target exclusive. We've got Dallas in the compression suit, Ripley, and the Concept Big Chap. And here he is next to a couple of other figures from NECA's Alien 40th Anniversary collection. On the left, we've got the Ultimate Big Chap. On the right, we've got the glow-in-the-dark Ultimate Big Chap. Both these guys came with an egg, a chestburster, and a facehugger. I believe the Ultimate Big Chap is identical to the Big Chap released in Series 3. He just didn't have the accessories. Now, there is a Series 4 that's been announced. That's going to contain Lambert in her compression suit, Ripley in her compression suit, as well as a more transparent Big Chap. Now, NECA's not dumb. They know us fans really want to get Dallas, Lambert, and Kane in their regular outfits. I am really hoping NECA's going to deliver a Series 5 with them in it. Here's NECA's entire Alien 40th Anniversary collection, and we know about 3 more figures coming in Series 4. I really hope NECA finds a way to get out a regular Dallas, Kane, and Lambert. And if they wanted to milk this, they could give us Parker at the end with his outer shirt off, bloodied up. They could give us egg morphing Dallas and Brett. They could give us some cryo chambers. But as long as they give us Dallas, Kane, and Lambert, I will be content with my collection feeling complete. And here he is, next to all the different NECA Alien original releases before the 40th Anniversary re-release collection. The only one I'm aware of that's not going to get a re-release is that giant foam space jockey in the background. That is an exquisite piece. Here are all 7 members of the Nostromo crew. The only one that's not part of the Alien 40th Anniversary collection is Lambert, and she's going to be coming out in Series 4. Now, I am happy to have all 7 of them in one way, shape, or form, but I really want to get those 3 out of the compression suits, please. Here are several different androids from the Alien franchise. We've got Ash, Bishop, Cal, and David. This Cal stands out like a sore thumb because she's an older Hasbro figure. I don't think NECA's ever going to make a Cal from Alien Resurrection, but I would definitely welcome one. One thing kind of interesting, these guys are done in alphabetical order. We've got A for Ash, B for Bishop, C for Cal, and D for David. You might think Walter throws that out of whack, but David was still a main protagonist in Alien Covenant. If they do another movie or TV series, the android should start with E. Now let's check them out, next to some aliens from each of the Alien films, starting with the Big Chap from Alien. And here he is, next to a couple of Ultimate Xenomorphs from the 1986 film Aliens. Then, with some dog aliens from Alien 3. And here, next to a couple of aliens from Alien Resurrection. Then, next to a couple of aliens from Alien vs. Predator. And here he is, next to an alien warrior and the Pred-Alien from Aliens vs. Predator Requiem. These are some older NECA figures. NECA has promised they're going to give us an updated Alien Warrior and a deluxe Pred Alien. I assume we're going to get those pretty shortly after the Alien 40th Anniversary Collection wraps up, and they're probably going to coincide with the Ultimate Predator Wolf figure. And now, next to a couple of Deacons from Prometheus. Then, with the Alien from Alien Covenant. And here he is, next to a couple of Engineers from Prometheus. Then, next to a couple of Ultimate Predators. And here he is, next to some other humans from NECA's various Alien and Predator lines. So overall, this figure is fantastic. The likeness is amazing. It looks just like Ian Holm from Alien. His accessories are great as well. You can pretty much reenact anything Ash did in the film. The sculpt and paint job are excellent. His articulation leaves a little bit to be desired. I'm not really fond of how the elbows work. I've got that paint scratching as well. His entire torso pretty much works as one solid piece. Yes, there's articulation under his soft goods overlay, but it is absolutely useless. You cannot get him to stay in any of those poses. All things considered, I am very happy to add another member of the Nostromo crew to the mix. If I were to rate this guy, I'd give him an 8.5 out of 10, even with his articulation flaws. This guy is just great. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.